नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So continuing with the Vaishnav bhajans, yesterday we discussed about two bhajans, namely the Vibhavari Shesha, which I said which is the simplest bhajan, but gives the most important message, a very important message through that bhajan by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Vibhavari Shesha Aloka Pravesha. And the next one was Gopinath Mama Nivedana Suro Vishayi Durjana Sada Kamarata Kichu Nahi Mora Guna. So the second one expresses the innermost feelings of Bhaktivinoda Thakur's heart, which is expressing through a song to Krishna. So expressing our heart, opening up our heart to Krishna is very necessary if you want to progress in devotional life. Krishna should know what you feel. Although Krishna is omniscient, he is present everywhere, he knows everything, he is the knower of everything, he is situated in every heart of every living entity. Sarva Bhutanam Ruddeshe Arjuna Tishtati. So he knows everything, but still he wants to hear from us. He wants to hear from us whether we are honest in expressing our own views. So we may have something in the heart and we may speak something else. That will be a problem. Because Krishna knows what is in our heart, so we cannot cheat him through our mouth. Krishna doesn't believe what you say. Krishna knows your heart. But Krishna wants to see that what you say, that you are saying what is in your heart actually, not something else. So there is no dualities. So that's why one has to reveal his heart to Krishna. There are different ways to do that. One of them is a Vaishnava song. And you see all these great acharyas, they were great composers. If tomorrow you try to sit and write down a poem for Krishna, so difficult. First of all, you don't know what to write, and then if you know something, you can have an idea of what to write, then you don't know how to put it in a poetry form. So all the acharyas, you see. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, as I said, he was one of the foremost acharyas of the current age, who had a basic idea that this should be preaching of Krishna consciousness should be spread all over the world. And because he was unable to fulfill that desire which he had, he prayed to Krishna to send him a ray of Vishnu. To send me a son who can further make progress in this direction of spreading the message throughout the world. And thus Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur was born. And he laid the foundation for preaching throughout the world. He had sent some of his disciples to London and here and there, but they were not so successful. And finally, Prabhupada, he went and he was successful. Now, there are many reasons why Prabhupada was successful, because he was the most sincere, honest, and humble. And he was not behind fame and money and wealth and like this. He's completely surrendered to Krishna. One time, someone asked Prabhupada, why do you criticize demigod worship? Basically, demigod worship is not recommended in any of the scriptures. So Prabhupada used to deny, like, no need. So someone asked, why do you criticize demigod worship? And you see the reply what Prabhupada, no one can even dream of such a reply. So Prabhupada replied, I not only criticize demigod worship, I criticize anything and everything that falls short of 100% surrender to Krishna. This is Prabhupada's stance about Krishna consciousness. I criticize anything and everything that falls short of 100% surrender to Krishna. So you see how fixed up Prabhupada was in his own philosophy. The philosophical understanding of Prabhupada and his determination and dedication to that was like clear cut, no doubts, no waverings. That's why, that's the difference between great acharyas and us. We lack in determination, we lack in dedication, we lack in honesty, we lack in sincerity, we lack in consistency. We are not consistent. So our graph of devotional life is up and down and up and down, like a share market. And the world economy, when it will collapse and when it will be okay, and don't know. Unpredictable. So today we'll continue with Bhaktivinoda Thakur's one or two more bhajans. Currently, as I said, I am going with some simple bhajans. There are many bhajans which have a very high philosophical deep meanings. Yesterday we saw one of that was Gopinath. That was like a prayer, and how Bhaktivinoda Thakur is presenting himself in front of Krishna and what he's asking from Krishna. Today we are going to see Bhaktivinoda Thakur is telling us about a breaking news. Nowadays it's a fashion, breaking news. And currently in the last week, like 8-10 days back in India, there was a breaking news. This Amitabh Bachchan, the superstar of Indian Bollywood industry, he was tested corona positive and admitted to hospital. So next day morning, there was breaking news. And practically it was on the screen, breaking news. Amitabh had a good sound sleep. Amitabh took normal breakfast. This is the intelligence of Kali Yuga people, that this is breaking news for them. Breaking news, like, is what quality? What is the quality of breaking news nowadays? And if you see, I remember when I was small, like let's see around 30, 35 years ago, 35, 40 years ago, news channels in India, basically, I don't know rest of the world, you may know them. So they were very sad, the news would be like simple readout, like a message, like in Andhra Pradesh, there was a cyclone and this, like this, 80 people died and 700 are injured and 2,000 are homeless and there was a big loss of cattle and this and that. Now the same news, now news has become a nuisance. It's not news. Why don't they call it nuisance? Now news means cyclone in Andhra Pradesh. He's shouting as if his house is on fire. Any news channel you open, they are shouting and screaming. Even if there is some good news, he's shouting and screaming. He has to shout and scream, passion at the topmost height of passion. 70 died, 700 injured, thousands of them homeless. What is this? This is what is news today. This is nuisance. I am very fortunate. I am not watching news for so many years, more than 20 years now, maybe 20, 25 years, more than that. I never, sometimes I get a chance to watch news and I get a chance to watch some TV somewhere if I visit someone. And this is how I upgrade my knowledge about TV. Otherwise, I don't know what is going on TV and what is going on in movies. I don't know the recent Indian movies, what is happening. So this is how the world is degrading in everything, degrading in news, degrading in presentation of news, degrading in the reality of news, the fake news and this and that, everything. Terrible degradation in the last maybe 30 or 35 years, which I have experienced personally in all fields. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur is also giving us a breaking news. Why this came up is because Bhaktivinoda Thakur is giving us a breaking news. The first line of the bhajan, he says, Bodo sukher khabar gaye, Bodo sukher khabar gaye. Khabar is news. I am telling you a very wonderful news, very joyful news. You see, most of the news, 99% of the news nowadays is painful. News will be joyful when they will say in the newspapers, oh, today in ISKCON Delhi, Amog Leela Prabhu gave a lecture. And before the lecture, there was nice kirtan for 45 minutes in which so-and-so Prabhuji played wonderful mridanga and so-and-so Prabhuji sang the kirtan wonderfully. And this is a video clip of how the devotees were dancing enthusiastically, and then followed by the lecture of Amog Leela Prabhu, and then followed by the prasadam clips. And then they say, okay, the next news is from ISKCON Chowpatty, where so-and-so Prabhuji gave a lecture on so-and-so topic. So this is joyful news. And these are the clips of his important points in the lecture. Nowadays, 99.99% news are painful. So anything you see, it is painful news. How people will be joyful in the world if you are putting in everything inside painful? Dhayate Vishyan Punza, whatever you are hearing is going into your heart. It is giving you pain. Everything is painful. The newspaper, everything is painful. All channels is painful, news channels. And then they are screaming at the top of their voice as if the house is on fire. So to be joyful, you have to associate with some joyful things. Like Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna Leela, Bhagavad Gita, association of devotees, kirtan, dancing, nice prasadam. These are all joyful activities. Then you can be joyful. So Bodo sukher khabar gaye, Bodo sukher khabar gaye. So I am giving you a breaking joyful news. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is telling. Surabhi kunje te naam hat khule che. Khoda nitai, khoda nitai. So Surabhi Kunj, which is across the Jalangi in Mayapur. If you go in Mayapur, you cross the Jalangi, there is Surabhi Kunj. So he's saying in Surabhi Kunj, Naam Hat Khule che. Hat in Bengali means shop. So in Surabhi Kunj, a new shop has opened. And this shop is Naam Hat. They are selling or distributing Naam, Harinam. This shop is very special. This is breaking joyful news. This is special shop. Surabhi Kunjete Naam Hat Khule che. A new shop has opened in Surabhi Kunj, which is distributing or selling Harinam. And Khodo Nitai means who is the shopkeeper, who is standing in the shop? Nityananda Prabhu is there. He is the owner or he is standing in the shop, Nityananda Prabhu. Bodo mojar kothatai, Bodo mojar kothatai. And the story or the information about this shop and about this Nityananda Prabhu, who's the person in the shop, the information of the story which I'm going to tell you about this is very, very funny. Bodo mojar kathatai. It is something very funny which I'm going to tell you now. It will seem to you as something very funny, not normal. No, this is not a normal shop. Something very different, extraordinary, funny shop. Bodo mojar kothatai, Bodo mojar kothatai. Shraddha mulye shuddha naam sai hatete bikaye. Okay, what is this shop? Shraddha mulye sai hatete bikaye means what is available for sale in this shop? Shuddha naam, pure Harinam. Shuddha Naam is available for sale in this shop. Shuddha Naam sahi hatete bikaye. And what is the price for that? What is the payment you have to do for that? Shraddha Mulye. You should just have faith. You just should have faith. The payment for this product is faith. Shraddha Mulye Shuddha Naam sahi hatete bikaye. Just if you are ready to pay, make a payment of faith, you can buy this Shuddha Naam from this shop. This is most abnormal, extraordinary, funny thing about it. बोड़ो मोजार कथाताय बोड़ो मोजार कथाताय श्रद्धा मूल्य शुद्ध नाम से हाटेते बिकाय. Then he sing Jata Bhakta Vrindavasi Jata Bhakta Vrindavasi Adhikari Dekhe Naam Beche Dar Kashi. So Nityanand Prabhu, who is the owner of this Adhikari Dekha, who is the owner of this shop, he is very much happy that many people are coming to this shop, and he is happily giving them this Harinam. He is distributing this Harinam. Many people are getting attracted to this shop because just by faith, just by making a payment of faith, you can get Shuddha Naam. And Nityanand Prabhu is very joyfully and happily giving this Shuddha Naam to all these people who are attracted to his shop. There are many. There's a big crowd there. Big crowd. Just the shop has opened and already there's a big crowd. Jata Bhakta Vrindavasi Adhikari Dekhe Naam Beche Darakashi. Jodi Naam Kinbe Bhai, Jodi Naam Kinbe Bhai, Amar Sange Chalo Mahajaner Kache Jai. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur is telling every one of us, Jadi Naam Kinbe Bhai. Kinbe means purchase, buy. Jadi Naam Kinbe Bhai. Oh my dear brother, if you want to buy this Naam or if you want to purchase this Naam, Amar Sange Chalo, come with me. Mahajaner Kache Jai. I will take you to this Nityanand Prabhu. If you want to purchase or buy, if you are interested in this Harinam, come with me. Amar Sange Chalo Mahajaner Kache Jai. Come with me. I will take you to Mahajan, means Nityananda Mahajan. Let's go. Tumi kinbe Krishna Naam, Tumi kinbe Krishna Naam. Why Bhaktivinoda Thakur is telling me, come with me, I will take you to the shop? Why is not telling you go directly? Because he is telling now next. Tumi kinbe Krishna Naam, Tumi kinbe Krishna Naam. Kinbe means I told you, purchase or buy. So what will happen? You will buy Krishna Naam or you will purchase Krishna Naam from there. Dasturi blaibo ami purna hobe kam. Dasturi means commission. If you will go with me, I will take you there. You will buy Krishna Naam and I will get my commission. There is an agent in between sometimes. There is agent or distributor. So there is some commission to the distributor in every dealings or the agent. So he's saying, you will purchase Krishna Naam, Dasturi Laibo Ami. I will take the commission for that. I'll get the commission for that. Purna hobe kam. And my life will be successful. Which means preaching. This is what preaching means. Preaching means when you preach to some people, they become devotees, whatever level they progress or whatever it is. The credit will come to us. Whoever has preached to him, whoever has helped him throughout his way, at any moment, anyone. So that's why we also should be grateful to each and everyone who has helped us on this path of devotional service. Maybe they behaved in a wrong way with us, but if that has taught us a lesson, we should be grateful to that person. Not we should be envious or we should be hatred or we should be not angry. We should be thankful. Yes, because you behaved with me like this, I learned a good lesson in my devotional life. I developed a good quality because of that. I developed tolerance. I developed control on anger because of you, because of your bad behavior actually, but I'm thankful for that. So whatever it is, anyone who has helped us in any way, whether it would have been painful or joyful to us, doesn't matter. We should be grateful. We should be grateful for all this, all such people, whoever has helped us even to a small extent in our devotional life, in having some realizations or some understandings or whatever. तुम्ही किनबे कृष्ण नाम दस्तूरी लैब आमी पूर्ण होबे काम. बड़ो दयाल नित्यानंद, बड़ो दयाल नित्यानंद. Nityananda Prabhu is very merciful. श्रद्धा मात्र लय देन परम आनंद. He just sees. If you have some faith, if anyone has some faith, he is giving you the topmost joy of the creation. Param Ananda. Shraddha matra le de Param Ananda. So if you are ready to put some faith, he is ready to give you the topmost joy of the creation. He is so merciful. Nityananda Mahajan is so merciful. एक बार देख ले चखे जल, एक बार देख ले चखे जल. गौर बोले निताई देन सकल संबल. If Nityanand Prabhu sees tears in your eyes, एक बार देख ले चोखे जल. चोखे चक्षु. Chakshu, as I said, Bengali, in Bengali language, they don't have some words, and instead of that words, they have some different replacements. Like for va, they don't have va, they say ba. So for them, Vimal is Vimal, Vishwajit is Vishwajit, Vandana is Bandana, Varsana is Barsana. Similarly, they don't have ksha, chakshu. You see, chakshu dana dilo joy. They will say chakhu dana dilo joy. Kha. Instead of ksha, they say kha. So, otherwise they will say dikha, dikha. Bengali people will not say diksha. They will say dikha, dikha, like this. So here, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying, ek bar dekh le chokhe jal, ek bar dekh le chokhe jal. Means if Nityanand Prabhu sees tears in your eyes while you are chanting the names of Gaura, Gaura, anyone who has tears in his eyes while chanting Gaura, 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 Gaura bole nitai den sakal sambal. So if Nityanand Prabhu sees that if someone while chanting Gaura, Gaura, Gaura has tears in his eyes, Nityanand Prabhu will give him everything. Nityanand Prabhu is so merciful, he will give him everything. Dena Shuddha Krishna Shiksha, Dena Shuddha Krishna Shiksha. And he is giving you pure Krishna consciousness, pure Krishna Prem, pure Krishna consciousness. Nityanand Prabhu is giving you. Jati dhan vidya bal na kare apeksha, without any prerequisite qualifications. He doesn't see what is your caste. He doesn't see how much wealth you have. Jati dhan vidya bal. He doesn't see how much intelligence you have, whether you are intelligent or you are not so intelligent. Bal, he doesn't see how much strength you have, how much famous you are, or how much influential person you are, whether you are an influential person or you are an ordinary person. Nothing matters there. All these things don't matter there. Jati dhan vidya bal na kare apekha. All these things don't matter there. He is ready to give you pure Krishna consciousness, the love of Godhead. Only the payment for that is faith. If you have faith. Amni chhade maya jal, amni chhade maya jal. Now, after hearing all this information, at least now chhade, leave this web of maya where you are entangled. You are entangled in a web of maya, in a net of maya. Now leave this. Just now, leave all these things. Amni chhade maya jal. And what? Gruhe thako, vane thako, na thake janjal. So wherever you are staying, maybe you are staying in your house, or you are staying in a forest, a vanprastha, or whatever. Wherever you are staying, maybe in the house or in forest or in vanprastha or grihastha, amni chhade maya jal. So all your problems will be finished because of that. Amni chhade maya jal, gruhe thako bane thako, na thake janjal. You will be free. You will be free from all this janjal of maya. Just accept this product from Nityanand Prabhu by making a payment of faith. Pure Krishna consciousness is giving. Ar naik kalir bol bhoy, ar naik kalir bhoy. So once you take this from Nityanand Prabhu's shop, there is no more fear of Kali Yuga. Or ar nai kalir bhoy, ar nai kalir bhoy. No, now no need to fear of this Kali Yuga. This Kali Yuga is very terrible Yuga. You can see all these demons, how they are creating a pandemic, a fake pandemic. And as I told you that in one of the last lectures, that in future there will be wall paints with oxygen and calcium and minerals and starch and carbohydrates. Maybe there will be furniture with bed with vitamin C. Use our bed with vitamin C to protect you from virus. We use our bed from vitamin E for good skin. If you sleep on our bed with vitamin E, you will have good skin texture. All nonsense is going to come, and all of you and us and we are going to buy. This is true. What can I do? So similarly, I'm telling you what is going to happen in the future. Now, once they have been successful in scaring you off and keeping you in your houses, corona, oh, mask and so many things. Slowly, now they have understood they can control you, they can ruin your economy, they can do anything they want just out of the fear factor. Corona is not a problem. The fear factor they have created is a problem. So this experiment they will repeat regularly, maybe every 3 years, every 4 years, like that. And the culmination of that, maybe it will come after 20 years. Whoever is alive at that time will remember I told you. So the culmination of that will be the last one. They will say now a virus has attacked the humanity, which spreads through petroleum products. Petrol, diesel, kerosene, this, that, cooking gas. So from tomorrow, we have to stop using all these things. No petroleum products, zero, no petrol pumps, nothing. Completely lockdown of petroleum products. Because this virus spreads through petroleum products. And not only that, the virus doesn't die when the petroleum products are burnt. So it survives and it comes out of the, what do you say, the exhaust pipes of the vehicles, or the exhaust of the industrial chimneys, or the exhaust, it comes out alive of that, and it is spread into the atmosphere, and then when you breathe, it can go into your body and you can fall sick. So from tomorrow, complete lockdown of petroleum products. And you can imagine, you cannot use your car, you cannot use your two-wheeler, you cannot, no flights, all petrol pumps are closed, and whatever is running on petrol, everything has to be stopped, because this virus is in petroleum and it can go through the vapors of petroleum even after using it. So you cannot do anything. What will happen in Muscat city? What will happen in Delhi city? What will happen after 1 month? 1 month, if you don't use petroleum products, zero, and practically zero. So they want people to come down on their knees in front of them. Okay, please do something for us. Okay, this is food from us. This is genetically modified food. This is another food which will make you sick. Then this is medicine for that sickness. This is this, that. They'll completely control you by your health and food requirements and sicknesses and bodily and mentally and everything. You will be, once a person comes down on his knees for all these things, you can control anyone. That is how they tame elephants and tigers and everything. All these people are trying to tame you. Elephant and tigers and everything, they are tamed in this way. They are not given food for few days. Then he is very hungry, and then then you go and try to teach him. Okay, say salute. Then he does like this. You give him a banana. Then he understands. Okay, if I do like this, I get a banana. So he says salute. Okay, he gets a banana. Salute. Okay, get a banana. Salute. Okay, get a banana. This is what is going to happen to all of us in 2035 and 2040. Remember this. They will say salute. Okay, take this rice. Salute. This is chapati. Salute. This is this. And you have to do it to survive. I know you will think I'm crazy. But in 2040, you will think I was intelligent. So, if not this, they will find some other way, but this is what's going to happen. And if such a situation arises, who will survive? The family in Bhandirvan who has a farm, who has 5-6 cows, they will survive. They have grains, they have vegetables, they have milk, they have butter, they have buttermilk, they have ghee. Whatever happens in the world, no petrol or petrol, no electricity or electricity, economic crash or no economic crash, corona, no corona, their land is going to give them vegetables and grains. The cow is going to give them milk. Cow doesn't see, oh, world economy is down, so today I should give only 200 milliliters of milk, not 4 liters of milk. No, world economy is down. The land is not going to say, oh, world economy, share market has collapsed, so now I should just give 1 bag of rice, not 25 bags of rice as usual. So when such a situation will come, and basically what is happening now, only the cities are affected. You see, basically all this corona and all the scare and all this is in cities. Anywhere you see, it is in cities. In USA, there is no problem in rural areas. Their rural areas. In Russia, there is no problem in rural areas. In India, there is no problem in rural areas at all. You go around in Braj, in some rural areas, 90% of the rural population have not heard of corona. So rural areas, they are happy, they are working in their farms, they are milking their cows, they are having nice food and this, that, and who cares what is happening? So whoever is affected is in Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, and maybe whatever, Ahmedabad, Hyderabad, Calcutta. So when such things are going to happen, the most affected places are going to be cities. And then the most affected cities are in foreign countries. Basically in India, still it is a better situation. Because in one of this, I told you that in India, we have everything in our house. Rice, dal and chapati and pickles and jams, homemades, and which we can cook and survive for 3-4 months. But in foreign countries, you have to depend on everything, for everything on the shop, even the milk and bread and even water. Drinking water, you cannot drink the water which is coming in your tap in your apartment. So drinking water, everything, bread and toast and nothing, everything you have to be dependent on a store, on a mall. There are no thelawalas going around in your colony with sabji and fruits every day. Not allowed, because you are very, means the Western countries are very highly progressed. And this is a backward symptom. This is symptom of backward society. That people are going around in a cart in every street and lane, selling their fruits and milk Milk vendors are coming to deliver milk at your doorstep. This is symptoms of backward society, Baba. So this is not allowed in London, not allowed in New York. You have to go to the store to get bottled milk or Tetra Pak milk. The milkman cannot deliver you pure milk because this is a forward society. So I just want to expose you how nonsense things are going around in the world in the name of progress. And all this is painful. All this is reason for pain. On a subtle level, this all works. So anyhow, R. Naik Kalir Bhai. So I was telling you how Kali Yuga is happening. What is Kali Yuga? Some symptoms of Kali Yuga. R. Naik Kalir Bhai Achandale Den Naam Nitai Dayamay. So now there is no more fear of Kali Yuga. Why? Because Nityanand Prabhu is Dayamay, who is very merciful. Merciful Nityanand Prabhu is giving this Harinam even to the most fallen people, Chandals also. A Chandale Dena Naam Nitai Dayamay. So he is giving this Harinam even to the most fallen people. He is not seeing any qualifications. No qualification is required to receive this Shuddha Harinam. Only qualification is you should have some faith. All other things doesn't matter. Jati, dhan, vidya, bal, na kare apeksha. All this doesn't matter. So now in Kali Yuga, many fallen souls will also benefit because Nityanand Prabhu is giving freely even to Chandals. And as I said, there are many categories of people, 4 lakh species of human beings. Out of 84 lakh species, 4 lakh species are of human beings. And Chandal is supposed to be the lowest. Out of that 4 lakh, in the lowest, some. Chandal is a person who eats dog's meats, finally, dog's meat. And you know, this is happening regularly on a big proportion in China. I don't know if in some any other country it's happening, but China is very famous for dog meat. And that's why at one place Prabhupada said China will be the last country to be Krishna conscious. And you can see how it is creating a problem in all over the world. They are problematic people basically. They are also very demoniac. I saw some video of maybe 1 month back. They are lifting a live dog and throwing him in boiling oil in a kadhai. A live dog throwing him in boiling oil. This is Chandal. Can you imagine this? Where is mercy? Now Nityanand Prabhu is ready to give mercy to such people. Chandals. Many Chinese are becoming devotees. They are understanding what kind of life we were living. They have realized that. Achandale dena naam nitai dayamay. So that's why if Chandals will become devotees, naturally Kali Yuga will be a good place to live. Means, of course, that is not going to happen on a large scale. But still, some of them who are fortunate and who can make a payment of faith, they will benefit from Nityanand Prabhu. It doesn't matter which category you belong to. You belong to Chandal or you belong to Brahman, you belong to Shudra, you belong to Vaishya, you belong to Kinnara, you belong to Hira. Nothing, no problem, whatever you belong to. Only thing, if you are ready to make a payment of faith, Nityanand Prabhu will give you pure Harinam. Doesn't matter what you are, who you are, from where you are, what you are doing. Jati, dhan, bal, vidya, bal, na karya. No caste doesn't matter. Your wealth doesn't matter. Your education or intelligence doesn't matter. Your strength, fame, or influence doesn't matter. Bhakti Vinod Daki Koy, Bhakti Vinod Daki Koy. So Daki means to pronounce, to announce. So Bhakti Vinod Thakur is announcing, is making announcement. Bhakti Vinod Thakur is making an announcement or a pronouncing, is pronouncing without fear, straightforward. Bhakti Vinod Daki Koy, Bhakti Vinod Daki Koy, Nitai Charan Bina Ar Nahi Ashray. There is no other shelter other than Nityanand Prabhu's lotus feet. Nitai Charan Vina Ar Nahi Ashray. None other. Nahi Ar, none other. Ar Nahi Ashray. No other shelter other than Nityanand Prabhu's lotus feet. So this is how Bhaktivinoda Thakur is describing Nityanand Prabhu's glories and Nityanand Prabhu's activities. That Nityanand Prabhu is basically, Nityanand Prabhu is, and we say that without Nityanand Prabhu's mercy, one cannot achieve Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's, cannot achieve Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So one more song about Nityanand Prabhu Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes, which is also a very good song, which is a very short song, just four couplets. It is very beautiful song about Nityanand Prabhu. So I have taken these two songs from Bhaktivinoda Thakur about Nityanand Prabhu today. One was the Bodo Sukher Khabar Gai, Bodo Sukher Khabar Gai, breaking news. You understand? This is real breaking news. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is giving us. So the next song, Bhaktivinoda Thakur about Nityanand Prabhu, is a very short song with 4 couplets, and a very beautiful song describing Nityanand Prabhu. This is Nadiya Godru mein Nityananda Mahajan, Pati Ache Naam Hatta Jiver Karan, Shraddhavan Jan Hai, Shraddhavan Jan Hai, Nadiya Godru mein Nityananda Mahajan, Pati Ache Naam Hatta Jiver Karan, Shraddhavan Jan Hai, Shraddhavan Jan Hai. So this Bhaktivinoda Thakur is again saying, Nadia Godru mein Nityananda Mahajan. Actually, this Surabhi Kunj is in Godru Madhvip. So Nadia Godru mein Nityananda Mahajan. In the district of Nadia in Godrum, in a place called Godrum, there is a person called Nityananda Mahajan. Nadia Godru mein Nityananda Mahajan, Pati Ache Naam Hatta Jiver Karan. So this person called Nityanand Prabhu in Godrum Dweep in the district of Nadia has opened a shop of Naam. Naam Hatta. Pati Ache means for fallen souls. For fallen souls, he has opened Naam Hatta. That's what Naam Hatta Center. We have Naam Hatta's preaching centers. Naam Hatta means a shop of Harinam. Pati Ache Naam Hatta. For the fallen souls, he has opened a Naam Hatta, Jivera Karan. For Karan means for them. Same, again same he is saying. Bodo Sukher Khabar Gai, Surabhi Kunjete, Nama Hatta Khuleche, Khodo Nitai. Surabhi Kunjete is shop of Naam Hatta. Here is saying same thing is telling us, but a little different message. There he is describing about the shop, he is describing about Nityanand Prabhu, he is describing how you can go and take this Harinam and what will happen and who can get it and how the distribution of Harinam is going on. It is an instruction for preaching. While we are preaching, we should also preach according to the same principles. Anyone who has faith, just give him Krishna consciousness. Jati bal dhan vidya na kare apeksha. Don't see what caste he is, don't see how famous he is, don't see how influential person he is, or whether he is influential or not, he is famous or not, whether he is wealthy or not. That doesn't matter. That is a basis for preaching, how one should preach. There are some instructions which we can learn about preaching from that song. But here, Shraddhavan Jana Hai, Shraddhavan Jana Hai. Oh, all people who have faith, all people who have faith, please listen to me. Shraddhavan Jan, all people who have faith, please listen to me. All people who have faith, please listen to me. Nadia Godru mein Nityananda Mahajan Pati Achhe Naam Hatta Jivera Karan. प्रभुर आज्ञाए भाई मागी एई भिक्षा बोलो कृष्ण भजो कृष्ण करो कृष्ण शिक्षा. So faithful people, as per the instructions of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Prabhura Agya hai bhai, magi ei bhiksha. What this Nityananda Prabhu is doing in this shop? As per the instructions of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is begging from people. Magi ei bhiksha. He is begging from people. He is begging to all people. Bolo Krishna, bhajo Krishna, karo Krishna shiksha. Bolo Krishna. Please chant the names of Krishna. Bhajo Krishna, worship Krishna, and karo Krishna shiksha. Try to follow instructions of Krishna. Try to get knowledge of all this Krishna shiksha. Krishna shiksha. Instructions of Krishna. Follow them. Try to understand them. Bhajo Krishna, bolo Krishna, karo Krishna shiksha. Shraddhavan jana hai, Shraddhavan jana hai. Oh, people who have faith, faithful people, please do this. He's begging, please, please, bolo Krishna, bhajo Krishna, karo Krishna shiksha. Aparadha shunya hoye loh Krishna naam. Please chant the names of Krishna offenselessly, without any offenses. Basically, we chant these 10 offenses of the holy name. So aparadha shunya hoye loh Krishna naam. Please chant the names of Krishna offenselessly. Krishna Mata, Krishna Pita, Krishna Dhana Pran. Krishna is our mother, Krishna is our father, Krishna is our life and soul. Everything is Krishna. The cause of our sustenance, existence, maintenance, everything is Krishna. All this technological advancement is because of Krishna. All these big bridges and satellites, until the time Krishna is holding, like Krishna held Govardhan, So every bridge in the world, Krishna is holding. The moment Krishna decides not to hold this bridge, the bridge falls down, crashes, breaks, or whatever. Anything, everything Krishna is holding, everything, not only Govardhan. What is Govardhan for Krishna? Krishna is holding universes, millions and trillions and universes. So for him, Govardhan was like a mustard seed. You can hold a mustard seed on your finger. So for Krishna, it is like that, a mustard seed, Govardhan. But what is mustard seed for Krishna is something terrible for us. It's lifting Govardhan. Krishnera samsara kari chhado anachar. Means now stop all nonsense activities. Chhadi anachar. All nonsense activities stop. And Krishnera samsara kari. And live your life for Krishna. Live your life for Krishna and stop all the nonsense activities. Jive daya Krishna naam sarva dharma sar. Krishna naam. Take shelter of Krishna naam, which is essence of all the religious principles. And jive daya. And be merciful to all jivas by spreading Krishna consciousness, bestowing mercy to them. So it is the same instruction like Jivana Sarthak Kari Karo Parapkar. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Bharat Bhumi te janma hoile jar. Anyone who has been born in the auspicious and land of, anyone who is fortunate to be born in the auspicious land of India, Bharat Bhumi te janma hoile jar. Jivana Sarthak Kari Karo Parapkar. First, make your life perfect. Make your life Krishna conscious. and then do paropkar and help others to be Krishna conscious. And Prabhupada one time said that Bharat Bhumi te janma hoile jar jivan sarthak kari karo paropkar. This Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's instruction. And Prabhupada said, I think I am the only person currently on the world who is doing it, doing this. In a real manner, in a proper manner, in an honest and what do you say, honest and selfless manner. Honest and pure way. Prabhupada was honest, Prabhupada was pure. So in a proper way, he was doing all these things. So we see this is, as I said, for Krishna, lifting Govardhan is like a mustard seed. So Krishna, when he comes personally, he performs unique activities which cannot be imitated, which cannot be performed or duplicated. Unique activities means which cannot be imitated and which cannot be duplicated. Now, so many envious people, they want to be like Krishna. They want to dance with 16,000 or whatever gopis and 16,000 wives and Ras Leela with thousands of gopis. But they can't do it. No, till now, other than Krishna, no one was able to do it in the history of creation. You want so many things, but you cannot do it. That is unique activities. Why Krishna performs leelas which are unique? To show you that I am supreme personality of Godhead. Only I can do these things. You cannot repeat, duplicate, you cannot imitate. Although you may have a desire to imitate and duplicate, although you may try for that, but not a single person. Do you know any other single person who has lifted something like Govardhan for 7 days and 7 nights without eating, sleeping, and without sweating and without huffing and puffing? Do you know any other person who had 16,108 wives with 16,108 palaces with 10 children from each wife, and every wife was happy? There were so many servants in each palace, and Krishna would be, everyone, all of them were happy. Krishna had managed to keep all of them happy. That is unique. Do you know any one person in this world who has managed to keep even one wife happy? Forget about 16,000 wives. Keeping one wife happy or one husband happy is a big headache. So Krishna, he does all these things. That's why it is called unique. Namo Nanta Leelaya Devaya Tubhyam. That's why his leelas are worshipable and respectable. Namo Nanta Leelaya Devaya Tubhyam. That's why I offer my obeisances to such a Bhagavan, Dev, whose leela are ananta and unique and cannot be imitated and duplicated. That's why I offer respect to them. That's why he is Bhagavan. Even simple things you cannot duplicate and imitate. Forget about lifting Govardhan in 16,000 wives. Try to steal butter from your neighbor's house, you will get a good beating. No one is going to glorify you. But Krishna is glorified for that. Makhan Chor, where people worship him. You try to collect taxes illegally, you will be in prison. But Krishna was glorified because he was collecting taxes illegally. There is temple, there is Dani Rai temple in Govardhan. Rai means a respectable person. And Dani means that it is, like a person who was collecting taxes illegally in an improper way. So the respectable person who was collecting taxes in illegally, improper way, temple for him. Ranchod Rai in Dakot. Ranchod Rai, one who ran away from the battlefield, he is glorified. Someone who runs away from the battlefield is not glorified, never. But he is Ranchod Rai in Dakor, very beautiful temple, such a beautiful temple, and so nice prasadam, wonderful prasadam. I had it just once in my lifetime. I was there only for like hardly 24 hours. And I have this desire to visit there and spend few days just to eat that Ranchod Rai temple prasadam. If I die before that, I think I'll be some cockroach in the temple, Ranchod Rai temple, so that I can eat some crumbs there. That's why desiring is very terrible. But this desire is okay. I think desire for having some prasadam. You see, but basically my realization is only up to prasadam level, so I can think up to that only. I cannot think beyond that. So I'm sorry for that. So Ranchod Rai is worshipable. Ranchod Rai, the respectable person, again is Rai, respectable person who ran away from the battlefield. So these simple things. Do you know someone who has 1 million cows? Simple thing, and he is going around with 1 million cows into the forest to graze them. No, you cannot imitate this also. This simple thing you cannot imitate. Having 1 million cows and going with the cows every day to the forest to graze them. That is why he is unique. His everything is unique. And not only unique, it is wonderful. It is excellent. It is charming. And that is the meaning of the bhajan. Adharam madhuram, vadanam madhuram, hasitam madhuram, ganidam, all everything. Anything related to Krishna is madhuram. It is not sweet. It is so sweet. That is Krishna. So I'd like to stop here today. And as I said, we discussed few bhajans of Bhakti Vinod Thakur in these 2 days, 4 bhajans. So next week we will discuss maybe a couple of bhajans from Narottam Das Thakur. Of course, I know we have to discuss some Braj Leelas also, but we have to discuss many other things also simultaneously, which are very much important for a devotional life. So that's why I discussed about prasadam. Then we discussed about this Vaishnav bhajan, which will continue next Saturday, Sunday, with bhajans maybe from Narottam Das Thakur. And if anyone has any questions now, or anyone has anything to say, any comments, any criticism, any suggestions, you are free to say that. Please unmute your mic and let me know your name, and you can say whatever you want to say. Thank you very much.
By just simply following the instruction of through these bhajans, we can progress in spiritual life. That is my realization.
Yes, as I said, Prabhupada said this, if you understand this Vaishnav songs, all Vaishnav songs properly, there is no need to read any of the scriptures. Now you see, if you have to read all the scriptures, it is so voluminous. So many things you have to read, the Bhagavatam and Gita and some Prabhupada books, and then Chaitanya Charitamrita. And if you are still further interested, then the 18 Puranas and 108 Upanishads, and you have so much. But Prabhupada said, if you just understand this Vaishnava bhajans, all the Vaishnava bhajans by all these great Vaishnava acharyas, there is no need to go through all these big scriptures, because all that has been concised and compact. I think in computer there is zip file, something zip file or zip folder where you can compress and put a lot of material in that. Similarly, all this has been collected and compressed and made a very good strong dose of all that, and simple to understand in a poetry form. Poetry form is easy to understand, easy to digest, and simple instruction is presented in a simple manner, not very high philosophical. You don't need big brains to understand a song. A song is a very light way of putting in the message, spreading the message. So that is why Vaishnava song is very important. I would request all of you who are here to please go through most of the Vaishnava songs, which are the major Vaishnava songs in the Vaishnava song books, along with their meaning and try to understand what the composer or the writer Acharya is trying to tell us.
And one more, my realization that in the olden age, like a 50 years, 60 years back, the village ladies and girls, they used to sing all these songs and while doing their household work. And if we understand, like not educated or not any position and all these people, but they were spiritually highly advanced people just by reciting these songs and understanding, like in Maharashtra, Abhanga and Kirtan and Bhajan, the Ovya, Marathi Ovya. And just the village ladies used to sing that while doing their household works. And they were really realized souls and highly elevated in spiritual path. While now so-called educated people, they are not, because we are away from all these things.
Educated people are worshipping Superman and Batman. What to do? and what Pokemon and so many men. I don't know how many other names. I just know these 2-3 names. So there may be many more acharyas: Superman Acharya, Batman Acharya. So anyhow, I also know many old elderly ladies and men in Braj when I go around, and they can recite, so many things about Ramayana, about this and that, and these people have never been to school. They don't know how to read and write, basically. And even when I was small, as I told you, when I was like 10, 14, in our village, we had festivals and we used to sing. And there were so many nice songs. Even you may be knowing this. Kiti sangu mi sangu kunala, as anandi ananda zala. Then this is Yamunecha Katiga Tiri Katri Gokula Avatarale. This is about Krishna's birth. So many songs we also knew in those days. It was a regular this thing that all children would gather. There would be songs about this, that. So this was a regular feature. And even now in some villages it might be, but this, since the TV and this channel thing has come, all the culture all over the world has been destroyed. And this has been mentioned in Bhavishya Puran. Bhavishya Puran is one of the 18 Puranas, where it says in Kali Yuga at one time, a one-eyed Rakshas, a demon with one-eyed demon, will make entry into each and every house, and he will be worshipped, and he will destroy all the culture of the people. So you see, previously the main place was altar. The family people would assemble in front of the altar in the evening, all together do some puja, or in the morning like this. Now all the family assembles in front of a TV. Now TV is their altar. And then they worship whatever is shown on the TV. And that is what their life, the life of their life is molded according to that. So there is no surprise, So one-eyed demon, in Bhavishya Puran is mentioned, one-eyed demon will be the agent of Maya in Kali Yuga. So this is agent of Maya. Maya has appointed a good distributor to distribute Maya's products. So you should kick out this distributor from your house.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you very much.
Haribol, okay, we'll stop here and we will meet next Saturday now.
Yeah. We will use the same link now every your class.
Okay. Yes, this same link. Okay.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you. Thank you very much.